today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. As Seattle's offense comes onto the field, we'll see a 10-year veteran under center. Guy who broke into the league as a starter back in 2013, Geno Smith.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first. Down, now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. This is Cobb with a catch right side. He's out right at the 25.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
Now here's the 6-year man, Austin Eckler.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, it's Smith. This complete to Lockett.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Geno. Walker with a grab, left side. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Kenneth Walker,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive.
They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A quick check on the numbers for Keenan Allen from last week. 4 catches, 76 yards.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Herbert throwing again. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Allen.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Herbert. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen.
And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here 1st half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for two, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I know I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago.
19 carries, 98 yards, 2 shy of 100.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He gets it over the middle to Cobb.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Smith. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Chargers at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Steps away to his left. Going deep here for Allen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Stephen Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now the Chargers will again elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Fighting to stay upright. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
But they tried to get 2. And ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25. But kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the... No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Khalil Mack. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Carter. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, a 24-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Rolling to his right. Finding Williams once more, complete. Again, Herbert. Forced out to his left. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. To throw is Smith. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On the return, Carter. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Running on first down, Eckler. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Eckler now between the tackles. $47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. On 2nd down, Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. They'll run for it with Spiller. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. It's caught, Lockett, and brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Throwing is Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Geno on first down. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. He's got room at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 63 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And they're going to speed things up here.
On second down, Spiller looking for space. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, Justin Herbert on the move to his left. He finds his target, Allen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Herbert back to the air. And it's caught. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
From the gun, a run by Spiller.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Isaiah Spiller, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Isaiah Spiller capping things off with a touchdown run. Pulls it in at the 13.
Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we reach halftime, and what's been a
message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
3rd quarter starts with a run from Spiller.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Spiller.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now the former UCLA Bruin, this is Joshua Kelly.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Kelly.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 44.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
They go back to the ground with Spiller.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Isaiah Spiller.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
So that challenge, a successful one. Kelly, touchdown, Chargers. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, it's Spiller.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
See the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On 4th down, Herbert. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half.
Herbert off of play action.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there for L.A. 51 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Out to his left. Touchdown, Chargers.
Donald Parham.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outline.
And this will be caught at the 30.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Back to throw, Smith. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Austin Johnson gets the sack defensively.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Myers' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This offense and Isaiah Spiller head back out.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Another milestone falling on that last throw in what has been an MVP-type season so far, as he has now gone over 4,000 yards passing already on the year.
And it's been a whole lot of fun to watch as he's put together this type of a season. And to me, you have to figure, with so many games remaining, I think he'll breeze past 5,000 yards. Could he challenge the all-time record? Maybe even bump it up closer to 6,000 yards? I can't wait to watch, and the way he's playing, I wouldn't put it past him.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw here, Herbert rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate into a completion.
On 2nd and 15 now, Herbert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here we go on fourth. Herbert steps away. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. On first down, Smith.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again on second down, Smith. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Walker now on 1st and 10. Down inside the 10.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's a... zone, touchdown Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter.
And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. The Charger drive about to get going.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Again, they run it with Spiller. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert now on the move to his left. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down. They snap it to Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Carter. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Fakes a spike. And this incomplete. Oh, my. He might have been celebrating in the end zone if he'd held on. Nearly picked, but instead, it'll bring up fourth down. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. This is the tight end Fant. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Smith. Going right back to Fant. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Geno. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, He's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 17, Herbert throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Parham. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Out to his left. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. There we go now as they will again try for 2.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
From the 10.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. Two running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? And they will take a knee here. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, they move back over 500.